Sunday morning here. Father Moo on the microphone. Good to be back. Thank you for joining us. We're having a little listen to an old patch called Finished Atmosphere. Pretty minimal, kind of hard to hear what's going on right now, but it's there. Trust me, it's definitely there. Well, it is a very hot day today here. It's about 38 degrees outside. It's about half that inside with the air conditioner on, which is great. And in a previous session, we built the minimal dub machine. So today, although I'm sure it's going to get changed in some ways, let's load that up and program a bass line and some other dubby sounds on it. Let's use it for what it was designed for. Here it is, minimal dub gen. There we go. And just so we don't overwrite the master file, let's call this minimal dub gen 2 and change the patch number to 68. Seems right. Well, it didn't really change the number. It didn't add the number 2 because there's no space left, but at least 68 is there, so that's something. Okay, so let's quickly recap before we dive in. What are we looking at here? We got the MIDI global output setting our clock. Then we got 4 16-step sequencers for notes and 4 for events. So together that adds up to a 64-step sequence. They run in series. You can see the little green lights chasing each other there along in the pattern. Then we have these logic processors, but all they're really doing is adding up all the gates that are coming out of the sequencers, pardon me, and using those to trigger the envelope for the bass line. And we've also got 3 drums here. You can see, here's the master gate output that triggers the bass line. Here's a second master gate output that triggers what's currently preset to be a kick drum. And we also have a snare and a cymbal. We don't have any way of triggering them right now. We still have a precious 14.7% of processing power to use. And over here we have our output zone. We have a mixer just so you guys can hear everything in mono. But in reality, we have 2 8-channel mixers, which are not really... I don't know why I labeled them left and right if they're really supposed to be 1 and 2. And this should really be 1. So maybe let's redo that now. When I say 1 and 2, I mean a mono channel 1 and a mono channel 2. When we say left and right, what we usually mean is 2 mono channels that have been hard panned so that they can create a stereo signal, of course. So maybe that makes a bit more sense. Either way, it is what it is. So I kind of came up with a bass line as I was humming to myself earlier this week. And although usually you see me come to the note sequencers and just plug in a bunch of random whateverness, today I'm going to actually try and program in what was in my mind during that session. So that's what I'm going to do now. Sorry about all the coughing. I think I know what I want it to sound like, and it sounds something like if it was 1, 2, 3, 4, do no 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 no. That's sort of what it should be. Sounds dumb when I do it, but I'm not a sequencer. So I believe those first notes are probably up an octave, or they might be up an 11th, a flat 11th, depending. I might need to, first step should be to take the tempo down a bit. So since we don't have a knob on a clock, we have to go into, nope, keep going to the wrong one. synth settings, and I need an internal clock, but I'm going to go down to, let's call it 64 BPM. It's pretty darn slow. And just as a guide, I'm going to put in some kick drums here where I think they'll be appropriate. And they may not all get used in exactly this position, but it's a good start for us when programming. And in fact, I'm going to put 3 here at the start just so we hear it. I'm going to change the preset too. There we go. So that dun dun dun. I think this is right. I'm just going to feel this out a little bit here. This one's in the wrong place. Okay. Doing each of these notes twice because, as we talked about in the previous session, is that right? As we talked about in the previous session, sometimes the decay spans a bit too long, and therefore if you have a note and the one right after it is back to the root, you're going to hear 2 notes sounding, which I'm trying to avoid here. And it occurs to me now, I have to build another set of mixers. Why? Because I don't actually have the output of the sequencers going into anything. And so I'm going to need 2 more. You can see here that there are actually 2 pitch inputs on the oscillator. But I need 4 because I have 4 sequencers playing. So I'm going to actually make 2 of these control signal mixers. Sure hope this works. It should work, but I mean, you never know. So I'm basically doing the same thing that the logic processor is doing, but since I have 2 pitch inputs, I don't need to spend the processing power on a 3rd mixer. Just crank these open. So 2, 3, 4. Good, okay. That is close. Sounds pretty wimpy right now, but let me work on the sound a little bit and we'll get there. We're just putting in the notes. This is the boring part. Those are in the wrong place. Fixed it now. I see. I changed too quickly. Everything is sort of at halftime in this sequence. But that's good. I'd rather have twice as many steps and not need them, especially for the future. Okay. Good. Okay, I like that. So the second repeat of the doon 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 is now down an octave in the second and fourth bars, and I like it there. So I'm doing that here too. That double note isn't pleasing me, the dun dun dun, but we'll, as I said, I'll see if I can fix it. This is where I guess the Nord modular is a bit less interesting in Berlin schools type programming, where you step sequence each note. Can feel a little boring, but it gets us to where we need to go. So, okay, let's work on improving the tone of the bass line a little bit. That couldn't hurt. I'm going to try dropping it another octave, but that might be too much. Which is my kick drum. Okay, I'm going to back this off a little bit so we can hear the bass line. Let's go back to the original. So I'm not sure why it's so quiet. Oh, maybe because of this. There we go. That's the sine wave, which is another octave. Wow, that's good. Okay. That sounds awesome. Very good. I didn't even know you could do that. I just turned the sequencer notes red, which means they can be added to a morph group, and I legitimately didn't know you could do that. There's also a pretty, I'm just going to kill the reverb here. There's a pretty massive amount of sound shaping you can do, even with the very mild tweaks of the envelopes here. I'm keeping my attack as short as possible, but I'm trying to mess with the decay a bit. See, if it's like that, it sounds more like a drum. But open it up just a little bit, and it rings, it's more like a note. See? That was 520 down to 300, which is a pretty minor change, but you can definitely hear it. Okay, so we're faded all the way to the right, means we're hearing only the sine. Let's give it a bit of triangle back in there. Seems to rob it of a lot of its power. I'm not sure if triangle is the wave I want to use, so let's experiment here. Putting in square wave mode. And scaring up a LFO for him. To mess with the pulse width. There we go. I'm noticing something here. I thought I was using this 2-to-1 fade as a mixer, but when I'm right in the middle at 0, I get nothing. What I was hoping was to get 50% of each of these. So I actually need a different module here. It's funny, I made this as a new patch, but these are going to have to be changes that happened in the original patch as well. But that's okay. We'll worry about that later. Where's the mixer? How about we chose 2-to-1 fade. Yeah, that was this one. And they're 0.76, so I think we need to try one or the other of these. They cost the same amount. Let's just patch the cables over. And put the output here. There we go. Now you can hear the one and the octave below it. Nice. That's what I was missing out on. It's the kind of bass line I'm looking for. I sure hope you're listening on headphones, or at least if you don't have headphones, that your speakers are very good, because to really appreciate this bass line, headphones are recommended. And the sine wave needs to be a bit slower, but the pulse width modulation is so much better than this is triangle wave, and here's pulse wave. That's good. So another thing I think I want to do is put the old clocked random step generator in. This is rapidly becoming my like LFO area. Maybe it should be over here. Let's take the same clock we've been using. We can divide it up later if we need to. Oh, that's not right. This is the clock here, out of the fixed clock div. And let's plug that into the filter modulation to do Father Moo's old trick. Good, but we might need to divide that clock in two again. Let's get a clocky diver. clock in there. Okay, let's try 4. Okay, it's good. Just don't open it as much. Maybe some resonance. Hear how it's giving the rhythmic feel to it again. It's nice. It's good. Okay, let's dial his volume a bit back to reasonable. In the mixers, I think 100 is the usual good standard. And the kick drum is already brought down. This kick drum is a good starting point. I think I want to take some of the noise out of it. So maybe I want to do this. Take the frequency. Yeah, there we go. So in dub reggae, and especially in the programmed digital dub that we're doing here, the kick and the bass line have to be working very coordinatedly together. I'm going to try messing with the tune. I don't know if this will be good, though. Try this. Oh, well, this level's on 0, so it doesn't matter. I'm not sure if I like that. Let's go back to the good thing about that preset is I can get it right back. Let's just take the frequency out again. Oh, maybe this is what we need to reduce. Oh, nice. There it is. Bring click back. Oh, that's sweet. To you, that probably just sounds like a big, deep, dull thud. But it's really doing the right thing for the beat here. Very happy with this right now. I still want to. Yeah. Good. So this is very close to being exactly what I want as a bass line. Though, of course, this isn't a finished track, so there would be keyboards hitting the echo chamber and stuff, but this is a great start. I'm going to try and use a little bit of my remaining power to build a hiss machine. Many people have noted that in dub music, there's often a pronounced hiss in the background, and this can be like tape noise from repeatedly using the same tape, or maybe from just from the quality of the gear that they had to hand at the time. So I actually want to build something which runs without even an envelope here, and I will adjust the level to have it very, very quiet. But I think I'm going to use my typical setup here. I got a noise gen, I got a multi-mode filter, which I'll probably use high or band pass, I'm not sure yet. And then I'll probably use the digitizer in some kind of sample reduction rate mode. So let's just patch this up. Probably high pass, I'm guessing. This is probably going to be quite loud, so sorry about that. It's going to make my recording a little bit less awesome. So it's just I just want to kill the cable so I can see my machine here. Okay. changing the sound very much. That's the oscillating resonance. Must be in this channel. There it is. Just trying to monitor it here. I'm just sort of trusting my ears here. The reason I'm not saying what I'm doing is because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to find a sweet spot in the noise here. Kind of liking this. I wonder if I can maybe clip this or even wrap this. Oh, I just went over the processing power limit. I was like, what happened? Let's try clipper. He uses less processing power. Good, we're at 99.1. Darn it. It's a lot of processing power. Well, I guess we didn't even use either of these drums, so it kind of doesn't matter. So we don't need it to be red right now. Interesting. What if we wire some things into the old clock diver here? The old clocked random step generator. Good, but okay. I didn't quite get what I was going for there. Let's try switching filter type. Let's take the clipper out again. There it is. It's not bad, but for all the processing power it uses, it doesn't really add that much to my song. Let's kill it. It won't be the first time you see me build a noise-making machine. I'll work on it maybe in my free time and come up with something more usable. For now, let's see if we can get the other drums in there. Here's the hat. And we'll give him the same click as everybody. And we'll give him a little bit of random content so his patterns can change. It's going to need to go a long way from the set, I can tell you that much. It must be in channel 4 here. not bad. I want to do my control to velocity trick. Usually have this around here. Wire that in. Wire in the random number. Put that in velocity. Now that I think about it, that's the clock has been divided too many times for that. So let's make a new clocked random step generator. And plug that into, is it here? Yep. Take that out, plug it into there, and feed him the normal clock, not the divided clock. Oops, and it needs to actually be plugged in. There we go. Get him a little louder so we can hear him. God damn it, stop turning red. Interesting. I'm going to try another crazy trick here. What if I took another pattern generator and then took a logic processor, the Charles Babbage machine, and set them to OR, which means either one is fine, and then take the current trigger and put that in the other OR, put this in here. So I got a second random step generator now, pattern generator. Instead of wiring the clock into the normal clock, I'm going to wire it into the triplet 8th clock. Yep. Hoping that would give me some tripleted patterns. What if I send just that output to the trigger input? Hold on. There we go. Doesn't really sound that good, does it? Okay. What about here? It's not bad. I think I know what I want here. Very little processing power left, but I can get this in. I'm going to make an event sequencer, same clock as everybody. I'm not going to do these 4 different parallel guys. I'm just going to have one pattern driving the snare, which is here. There he is. Kind of like this snare sound. Let's mess with it a bit. Good, good, good. And let's send the snare to the echo chamber where we can, you won't hear it today, but in the future he would have some echo dropped on him in channel 2. What if we did that? Got to be just that. Good. Well, we didn't get the noise machine built, and we don't really have the... Oh, do we have the power left? Let's give her a try. Let's give her the old college try. There's the noise gen. Let's just give her just the digitizer. Nope. I went over my thing. Okay, what can I kill? Oh, it's so small too. Oh, well, I don't think I need this anymore. We're just using a normal pattern here, so. Yeah, that's fine. Let's feed this in here. So I moved the hi-hat to channel 3 here. So this can be I don't want to do that overly loud one. Let's do this time. Yes. That's 1 bit. Nice little gritty layer of junk at the bottom of it. And if I can get a fixed, this is a static high pass filter. I'm plugging this into the circuit because, as I said before, if you send a lot of noise to the low end of your speakers, it'll drain all the energy out of them. So by putting it here, I should let a little bit of the noise through. Can you hear that noise? We didn't exactly tape his. Bring it back up. That'll do for now anyway. Even if it's not the world's best noise gen, I'll work on it and tweak it a bit. And we got to 99.3. So that's it. This is how the dub is supposed to sound. As I listen to it now, maybe this should be delta low. The hi-hat might be a little bit overly busy for his own good. There we go. There it is. That's the key. is my snare out of whack now? Let's just try that one more time. Okay. I think that's where the snare is supposed to be. Nice. There's a little anticipatory kick there. Listen to it. See? That's nice. One there too. Nice. Brilliant. Okay, that's it for dubbing for today. Hope you enjoyed this little session. This isn't building a patch. This is starting from the template and composing in the template. Not being afraid to mess with the template. But it happies me that the template was usable. It needed a few tweaks. I have to remember to put the crossfader back in and put this the pitch mixing back in. But other than that, it's still pretty jamming, and slamming. So wait, where did the pitch stuff go? Was it over here? Yeah, there we go. Thank you so much for spending your Sunday morning with us. This has been Father Mood dubbing it out. Peace.